What is up, everybody? I haven't done videos in forever. It's just life is life. Um, few things. If anyone cares, thank you for watching. It's probably like I always say, about 14 viewers usually check us out. We're gonna keep fighting and try to get higher, but right now we haven't been putting out the best quality, and we've been super slow at getting things out. Um, we changed with the podcast. We had our little studio that was nice and fixed up. Only problem was the rent goes up. It's a pain in the ass. And then on top of it, we would always have to take it down and put it back up, and making the marks hit the right way, it wasn't consistent enough, and that was just really annoying because we would have to take it down to run magic tournaments and things like that, and it just was a pain. And I was like, I'm over it. um Wanted to focus on like a bucket list of sorts of things, but I still wanted to do the podcast and still want to do things like that because I really do enjoy it. So I don't know how many ums are going to hear, but you're going to hear a lot. uh so what we did is we just were like, you know what, screw it. We wanted to do a new one where we could just BS and talk. We did that with Life is Full of It. That's just what I came with the top of my head. I don't think everyone's the greatest fans of that name, but I don't care. And then we still do Best There Is podcast, but since that one we did on video, we decided to do it once a month because the quality is just not great, and we're doing it here right now. Like you can see behind me, the mic, how people see it when we put the videos up. It's just us on the table with the microphones. Our plan is to have a nice little setup eventually where I do have markings for the cameras and for the lights. But as of right now, we have yet to pull the lights out in, like, I don't know, 6 to 8 months. It's been a while since we've lit up the room and done like an actual real deal podcast with being professional as we can. So it sucks. It does. In that time, I started doing wrestling, and everybody keeps thinking I'm doing like Greco-Roman Olympic style wrestling. No, this is like WWE type stuff, and everyone kind of laughs at me. Thinks it's, oh, it's funny. Is it fake? It's so not fake. It hurts. It sucks because I really, really was into it a lot, and I wanted to do something. I really wanted to be in the ring and show my son me in the ring. That was a huge goal. But it's hard. The training was an hour away, an hour back, and everyone knows with my condition, my panic disorder, my wife drives me. I'm still trying to work on it. It's really hard, but going to an hour drive isn't the best practice experience. I'm barely practicing around here when we get the time. I need to push that. But so yeah, it's just been really tough. But the bigger thing is the whole, oh, it's fake and stuff. You do work, man. I even went as far as having people from practice. I would pay them to come here and practice with me because I felt like I didn't get to focus on a few things while I was there that we kind of moved on from, and that's nothing against them. It's just, they got to do other things. So I tried to, do that, and I would even do that a few times. And ultimately, I'm older than most people there. It's a lot of work. The Nothing's easy. It's all work. There's not one time you go there and like, oh, that was an easy day. It's not easy at all. But getting hurt sucked. My shoulder wasn't feeling great, and I my neck always hurts, but it got really bad. So I ended up going to the doctor while I knew I was going to take some time off because I couldn't make it because my wife worked evenings those nights. Her working evenings meant I couldn't go. So ultimately, 1 month I was only going to make it 3 days out of the month. There was no point in me paying for it to go. So I was like, man, this sucks, but I'm going to have to skip it. But I was like, well, the good news is I'll look into all my pain and all that. And they found out I had like a lot of shoulder issues and had to get some injections and things like that. And they really didn't want me to do much on it. So it sucked. I tried lightly. I couldn't even do, I do a lot of swimming workouts. and I couldn't do even that, which is weird because I thought swimming would be pretty light work. And then, as far as my neck, they found out it was type of whiplash. I think it's because I wasn't falling correctly when we did practice falling, and I would blame that on myself because it's really hard um, to fall correctly. It's really funny because you would think falling in wrestling is an easy thing, and it's not. It's something that you have to have programmed into you that you just automatically do. But it's a tough thing to try to remember everything, at least for me, to remember how to slap your hands down and tuck your chin in. A lot of times I forget to tuck my chin in. Um, it's just rough. But yeah, I had a small whiplash with that. I'm supposed to have um, therapy with it. What's it called? I can't remember what it's called. I'm feeling dumb. But therapy with it, and yeah, so wrestling is on hold. I'm trying really hard to work with them on an idea I have. Um, it was a big idea, then now I'm been kind of making it smaller idea. Hopefully, I have a pitch basically of what I want to do. It's very small. It's not gonna really affect them, as far as ruining time or anything, but me helping um, do what I want to do, kind of in a way, but then also promote the hell out of them, which I hope we can do. Um, I will get to that later with them later on. But I'm hoping I could do that because I still want to participate and still be at the monthly shows. Um, my son back there chatting could not wait till every month for a new show. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. That I wanted to actually film my progress and almost document it because we did the challenges on the Best There Is channel. But it sucks. It was just too hard for the idea, and I felt a little rude for me to be there having a camera, like my wife recorded or something. It would just be a mess. Because, every time I went, I was always nervous, and that'd be a good thing to kind of capture what I go through and all that. But it is what it is. I didn't do that, and there's a lot of other things I had to focus on as well. So right now, basically just giving updates to anyone that does care that we're trying to knock out these podcasts. We just did one that's super late. We're supposed to do it every month for Best There Is podcast for the pop culture, and we were waiting for Mario to come out, and Mario did come out, so we always talk about a movie at the end of it, and we got to do that. And there was Mandalorian now to talk about, and a couple other Star Wars news. There's a lot. I really thought a monthly Best There Is podcast would be good to accumulate all the news of the month, but sometimes we have months, I guess, where it's really fast. A lot of news happens per week. Then there's times where it's kind of dead. So that was always the problem with, I guess you could say, where we were producing episodes. And it's hard to reach out to people. Right now, I used to be in a prime spot where I was able to have a lot of help. I had a lot of help from a lot of people, and everyone kind of disappeared. And that may be my fault. For what reason, I don't know. They may just be busy with their own lives. There could be all kinds of different reasons, but it really sucks right now because a lot of times I just want people to talk to on any of the podcasts about what's going on, or even on Life is Full of It, to just have someone else there besides Declan or my cousin Adam, who does it with me, where we just talk about life. And I like doing those because those are ones that my family members could just jump on instead of like the pop culture. If they don't follow Mandalorian or whatever, they could jump on the other one and just listen to us ramble about whatever and listen to our personalities on there. So yeah, a lot of stuff is weird. A lot of stuff is changing. I'm hoping this is definitely a time where we are downgraded, and it's hurtful. It's one of those things that you're not a big fan of, and you don't really like it because I'm taking steps back instead of steps forward. But it's one of those things they tell you, you take a few steps back, then you go a few steps forward. So I'm hoping those few steps forward will eventually come. And god damn, my son's making a lot of noise back there. Yeah, but it's just one of those things that's where we're at right now, and it sucks. So we should be getting that new video up. um Ryan does all our art and all that. He's really really good at it, but right now he's having issues with Photoshop, so that sucks because he was working on like some designs that I had for wrestling, um just designs I should say. um and he does the thumbnails and all that for us. Uh, so yeah, it just sucks, and I would like to go into other places and start other things, but right now I need to worry about just these things, the podcast plural, and getting back to doing whatever I need to do to make myself better and feel happy, and hopefully, things will just start coming out earning and getting on top and being happy. And I'm really hoping I start bumping into people again and start collabing again, because it's been rough right now. It's been rough and times are changing. So hopefully things will start looking up, and I'll keep fighting, and keep hoping that things will just work out. That's all I can hope for. So if anyone cared and anyone watched and made it to the very end, you won $1 million. Like, it doesn't work that way. But anyways, if it does get to the point where you're right here with me, I appreciate it, because a lot of people these days don't even care to give anyone a listen. I'm glad these days to support anything I like. I try to watch all the way through and be there, comment, talk about it, because I know how hard it is to be on the other side, editing, working, all that stuff. It's a lot of work. So you want some people just appreciate that a little bit. Yeah, so that's it, and hopefully I'll figure out. I have to rig up a thumbnail for this Best There Is podcast, and because we already have it done, and we'll have our discussion on Mandalorian and Mario Brothers and stuff like that. So yeah, and then from then on, hopefully things will, like I said, get better, and I'll figure out a way to give us a more efficient section to do our podcast, because I really do enjoy it, and I really, when I have depressing times, it makes my days, talking to the guys, talking to my friends, family about fun things. So again, thank you for listening. If you did, I got to figure out dinner time. Wife is working, so that's how it goes, and the son's stuck on Call of Duty, and then we have, for me, Monday Night Raw. So thank you guys again if you made it this far. It really means a lot, and hopefully next time you'll be seeing more stuff coming out, and hopefully I'll be able to collaborate with others and make things a whole lot better. So thank you guys, and I will see you hopefully soon. All right, bye.